The persimmon tree. The little tree. A persimmon is a shiny orange fruit which grows on a tree. If you pick a persimmon and cut it in half, you can see the shape of a star. Every time you see a star inside a persimmon or in the sky, you see the beauty of nature. This is the story of a little persimmon tree and the stars in the sky. It is a story of the beauty of nature. A long time ago, there was a little wood full of trees. There were all kinds of trees. There were big and small trees, green and brown trees, and thick and thin trees. Animals lived under them, and birds made nests in the branches. It was a peaceful wood. There were no loud noises. The only sounds were the song of the birds, the rustle of the wind through the trees, and the ripple of the water in the stream. The only sounds were natural sounds. In the summer, the trees had green leaves. In the autumn, there were fruits and berries. Birds ate some of the fruits and berries, and squirrels ate others. Some of the fruits and berries fell onto the ground. Then the leaves changed color and fell onto the ground too. There were brown and golden leaves on the ground in the wood. There were seeds from the fruits on the ground in the wood. One little seed fell onto the ground. Leaves and dust covered it. In the winter, snow covered the little seed, and it slipped under the earth to keep warm. In the spring and summer, sunshine and rain kept the little seed warm and wet. The little seed started to grow. It pushed a green shoot up through the earth. The tiny leaves soaked up the sunlight. The seed pushed its roots down into the earth, and its stalk grew thicker and stronger. Over the seasons, the little seed became a sapling. The sapling grew into a small but strong tree. The tree had a place of his own to grow, with a stream running by just in front of him. He spread his branches wider and reached higher. The young branches of the little tree grew strong green leaves in the spring. Every year in the summer, the leaves provided shade from the hot sun. Every year in the autumn, the leaves fell off the tree. Every year in the winter, the branches were covered with snow. But every year when spring came again, new leaves grew. Each year the little tree grew bigger. Then one autumn, some shiny orange fruit appeared, and slowly the leaves dropped off. The tree had thin brown branches, but every branch had some orange fruit. These were persimmons, round, shiny, and full of juice. When he looked at himself in the water of the stream, the tree could see how handsome he was. He looked just like a picture of a tree in a storybook. He was not too big and not too small. He had a strong, straight trunk, and his branches grew into a nice round shape. He was a perfect little tree. He was not just any tree. He was a persimmon tree with the shiniest and juiciest fruit in the wood. On each branch there were big orange persimmons. The animals and birds ate the shiny, juicy persimmons until the branches were bare once again. Only the snow and ice of the winter covered the branches of the tree. Then in the spring, the snow melted and new leaves appeared. For several years, the life of the little tree was peaceful. The animals and birds of the wood enjoyed his fruit. It was quiet and safe in the middle of the wood. Then, one year, a little boy arrived. He came in the spring and climbed the tree. He played in the branches of the tree. He swung up into the tree and jumped down to the ground. He came in the summer, sat in the shade under the leaves of the tree, and read his picture books. He came back in the autumn and picked the sweet, juicy persimmons. He cut the juicy fruit in half to see the shape of the star. He sat and ate the fruit until he could see the stars in the sky. Then it was time for him to go home. He waved goodbye to the tree. The tree waved his branches and leaves. Whenever the boy came to the wood, the little tree was happy.